Alright, let's take it from the top. Oh, let's break it down!
Heroes never die. Fortress.
What is up, homie? Welcome yourself to the channel. It's Quinn Stalwart, aka Presidentq, and today I'm interviewing the one and only Rude4100. I really appreciate the feedback that you guys have been giving me as of late. I really love the love, and I appreciate the hate. You know, I like to know what I'm doing wrong also. Don't over criticize me. I don't like people being overcritical. I have enough of that. But you guys really enjoyed Tinkerbell and her diva tips, so I thought I'd bring in a very, not just a good friend, but a very, very good Mercy man. And I thought I'd go ahead and freaking talk to you guys and, you know, just have a little interview with Rude4100. Mercy's one of the characters I hate the most on the roster. Not just because she gets a whole bunch of skins, but freaking there's so many, like, Mercy mains that don't know how to do the right thing, and it makes me mad. It makes me so mad. But luckily, that might make a big change as of recent, because I'm having an interview with the one and only Rude. So Rude, go ahead and introduce yourself, girl. Tell me about what your highest SR is, what team you play for, who you main, and if you got any like plugs like your Twitter, Twitch, all that stuff. Please let the world know.
Okay, well, I'm Rude4100 and I play Mercy a lot, too much. My highest SR.
You see that on screen? That's crazy, right? It's crazy.
Oh.
Yes. You need to start streaming more. Actually, we do a queue sometimes, guys. And I think I'm gonna start streaming that so you guys could check that out pretty soon.
That's really fun.
Pretty darn soon. Why did you pick Mercy out of all people? And don't give me the generic thing. Nobody wants to pick a healer. Why did you really put this many hours into Mercy, my girl?
Okay, well, I really like her. Like, I really like her symbolism, like, of an angel and all that. I think it's very nice, and I like her story as well. And also, I really like to support my friends. Like, I like to see my friends do well in a lot of things, and I like that I can do that in game with Mercy. I can kind of support my team and also see them shine and do well in game and be there when they need me. Basically, that's
why I picked up Lucio. Because I was like, yeah, you know, I like playing support. It's not too bad watching, you know, I guess it's I think it's the most low ego position.
Role.
Would you say, right? The most low ego role in most games, especially Overwatch. Especially Overwatch. Because DPS mains, tank mains, oh, I'm carrying. Oh my god, but then you wouldn't be carrying if it wasn't for that clutch Mercy res or that nice beat drop or the Zenyatta Transcendence. So you know. So I know there's different play styles. I know yours is kind of evolved over time for Mercy. So how would you say, like, as of right now, how do you like to play Mercy? Because I know I see the battle Mercies, I see the punk Mercies that don't get involved in anything, stay on heal. How do you like to play Mercy?
It usually depends. If I know that the other team knows that I'm gonna be knows that they have to focus me, I'll play very, very passive. I try to stay hidden as much as possible. Also, when there's, you know, the ults are all going off and stuff like that, you need to get away as quickly as possible. But if I know that the enemy team does not know how to focus me, then that's when I try to battle Mercy. Also, I think people tend to underestimate Mercy's little pistol because not only does it do a lot of damage, but it also gives her a lot of ult charge. So that's really important, especially at the beginning. You know how when they're all coming out of their spawn and stuff like that, just shoot a couple shots in there and it'll give you some ult charge for the beginning. It's pretty good.
So let's move on to that. What are good times to use? Like, when I first started playing Mercy, I think I got almost 20 hours in her, so I'm not too far. I'm far behind you, but I'm not too far behind a lot of people. But when it comes to that pistol, you know, I've had to figure out when exactly to use it. So could you give us some good times to actually use that gun?
Well, like I said the first time, you know, when they're coming out of their spawn in Sky Industries or in what is it, Eichenwald, you know, when they're about to turn in the corner, just shoot your pistol over there, and usually you'll get a couple headshots, and that'll give you some ult charge. Won't give you much, but it'll give you some more to start off with. Also, if you're looking around at your team and everyone's healed up and there's a couple of enemies left behind from a skirmish, then instead of just power boosting, just pull out your pistol and finish the job.
So let's say there's like a Hanzo next to you, and then there's a Genji diving you. You know the Hanzo's not gonna kill the Genji that's diving you. Do you pull out your pistol then, or do you trust the Hanzo to get him?
Most of the time, Hanzos are not that great, at least in my experience. So, I will try to take you down if it's just me and the Hanzo.
Alright, so you hear that out there, Mercy players? Learn how to aim. You can't have that freaking just focus on only healing and power boosting. Learn how to aim. It will help you in the long run.
It will help you. There's been multiple times where I needed to take out a Reinhardt. Ooh, Reinhardts are even more fun because Reinhardts, they think they're so tough and mighty with their shield and everything. But if they're low health, they'll hide behind that shield. And they know that if they bring down that shield, they will die. So as a Mercy, you could just literally walk up to them, hit them a couple times, and they'll die.
I know a couple who get whooped by some Mercies every once in a while, alright?
Especially by me if we're in a custom.
Yeah, by her, yeah. Alright, by her. And, so, I'm a beginner. I guess compared to, like I said, top Mercies, I'm still a beginner. What are the biggest mistakes you see? Because I know you definitely spectate. You coach a little bit, a tad. Actually, you guys might want to hit her up if you want some Mercy coaching. What would you say are some of the biggest mistakes that you see? And what are some tricks to fix some of them with, like, lower tier Mercy players?
Okay. Well, one thing that I see that actually kind of bothers me a bit, and I do it too sometimes, is if you're gonna res, if there's like a 3 res, you know, close together on point, you don't need to fly all the way in onto point. You just need to get close enough to get those 3 little souls into your view, and as soon as you see the 3rd one, just res. You don't need to fly in all the way because that puts you in unnecessary danger. And that'll give off
I did not know
location.
that. I actually made that mistake earlier.
People tend to do that.
What about the flight? Like,
the flight?
So a lot of us don't use the flight the right way. Like, I know you use it to gain ground or distance yourself. What other ways can you creatively use the flight to get you out of some sticky situations?
So normally it depends on what you have your settings on. Oh, Guardian Angel prefers beam target. I have mine off, but if you have that off, that means that you have to look at the person that you want to fly to, which I prefer that much more because normally if I'm healing someone, they're in danger and I need to fly away. So I'll look away and look for someone that I can fly to so I'm not in that immediate danger. But also there's some benefits if you have it on. Say that you are on, what's that map with the hole, with the well? Ilios, I think?
Ilios, yeah.
Yeah. So say you fall into that hole and you have Guardian Angel prefers speed target on, and that means that you don't need to look at a person to fly to someone. That you just press whatever you have to fly and then it'll pop you back up to the person that you're healing at. Which is actually very beneficial at the same time because you can, you don't have to be looking at the person to fly, basically.
Okay, as a support, you know, this is something we all support mains know. We hate to see the other team support, like especially if it's another Mercy. We hate to see them doing good. So how do you outplay another good Mercy? Like, I really want to know that. How do you outplay another good one?
I fought in, that's one of my favorite things to do. If there's another enemy Mercy, I will try to fight her at some point. And I do this in competitive too, which I totally shouldn't do, but at the same time, it helps. Because if your team isn't focusing the other Mercy, then you kind of have to do it yourself in a way. But also, be careful, you know, pay attention to your team's health bars and everything. But if they're all healed up, go ahead and try to find that Mercy, because she's normally going to be hidden. She's going to be hiding in the same places that you are. Many times I'll find myself with the enemy Mercy and we're just healing each other, just sitting next to each other, which isn't a good thing. I try to take her out headshots. They're important. And I like to get really up close to the enemy Mercy, because mostly they kind of panic when they see another Mercy try to fight them. So when that happens, I like to get up close because not only does it make it easier for me to get headshots, but it also brings them closer for me to melee them if they're low on health.
That new buff that they gave Mercy, where she's invincible while she resurrects for a certain amount of time, I think that's really helped her out a lot when it comes to her survivability. And I feel like it's like brought her all the way back into the meta. Like, I don't know if you know the statistic, but she's the most picked character, period. Like, not just really? Support character, period, on consoles, like both combined. So how do you feel about her being back in the meta? Would you like to see nerfs, buffs? Do you think she's perfect? And how you feel about all these Mercies running around in every game now?
I absolutely love it because now I don't get that much hate when I pick her. I remember, I think it was season 3 and 2 that everybody just hated Mercy. But I'm really happy the way she is right now. The only thing that I have to say is that I would like to get fixed is that her flight is a little bit messed up. Sometimes if you're flying to someone, you'll kind of float in the air for a little bit, like still, and I've died to this multiple times before, and in comp games too, where I'm flying to someone to get to safety, but I'll end up floating in the middle at the end of my flight and just kind of floating there for a little bit, and I'll end up dying to that, which kind of sucks because not really my fault, it's the game's.
So I guess you don't have to deal with it anymore, but how do you deal with a situation where you're either getting countered or people want you to kind of switch off of Mercy, which I'm pretty sure, like I said, you don't have to deal with that anymore. But what do you do in those kind of scenarios? Because I know Mercy mains at the lower / higher ranks are gonna get that, so it would be good to hear from another Mercy main what you should do.
Well, actually, I ran into this problem recently in a comp game where this guy was very upset that I was getting countered a lot by a Tracer, by a Genji, and by a Sombra. So not only I was getting hacked, I was getting chased by everything, and he was very upset because I was dying so much. And at the same time, you also need to have that communication with your team. Hey, this person's focusing me, can you help me? But unfortunately, during that comp game, I wasn't getting the help that I needed. I think the best thing to do is just tell them that, hey, this is the most efficient character that I can play, and if I switch to something else, unfortunately, I won't be as good of a healer than I am in what I'm on right now. Go ahead.
You idiots out there who see support getting countered very hard, there's not too many supports that can stop a gang of flankers from beating them up. You guys gotta step in and do that. Like, even me as a Lucio main, who I can fight flankers every once in a while, if I go against the equally skilled Tracer or Genji or Sombra or Reaper, I'm not gonna win that fight. Yeah, so Pharah. So it's like, you guys can't only blame your support if they're getting wrecked in the back line. Somebody has to step in eventually and help them out. Because unless you're Zenyatta, switch off if you're getting wrecked as Zenyatta. Because he has no mobility. You can't do anything if you're getting beat down by like him. At least everyone else, Ana has the sleep dart, Mercy has the flight, and Lucio has his boop and, you know, wall rider and stuff. Well, yeah, if you're playing support and you're getting countered by flankers, don't be mad. It happens. Just, you know, try to tell your friend. Try to communicate.
Yeah, that's the best thing you can do, really.
That's refreshing. That's refreshing to hear.
I always try to tell them, hey, this is my most efficient character. If I switch to something else, it's not going to be as good. I'll play them if you want me to, but it's not going to be as good as what I'm doing now. Sometimes they'll be okay if you're... And then eventually, at the end of the game, they'll shut up because they know that I was right.
I really want to know about Mercy Ultimates because I see a lot of EVA. I play with you a lot. I see single reses. Sometimes I see you hide in the back for like a quintuple res and stuff like that. How do you ultimate and how do you know when to ultimate? And just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of broad, but just ultimates as Mercy. When should we use it? What scenarios? What kind of ways are good ways? And what are bad ways to res?
Okay. Well, I like to think of it in two ways. There's the quick respawn res, which, you're about to go into a skirmish with the enemy team, and you kind of want to, you're racing against the clock, so you kind of want to speed it up a little bit, so you'll res a couple players that are down, and that'll be kind of like a quick respawn, so that you can go ahead and fight if you guys are all, doing really well as a team together. There's also the one that I like to call like the defensive res, which is, all the enemy team used all their ultimates, your teams are down, everyone's, about to, the skirmish, the fight is about to end, so you'll res and restart that battle again, but at this point the enemy team has already used their ults, so hopefully your team has their ults to take them down and hopefully win the game. So.
I like that. I've seen this one person say a lot of people don't understand that when a team uses half their ultimates on your team to wipe them, and then you res your team, and then the other team uses the other half of their ultimates to wipe the team again.
Yeah,
that's a win. And it may not feel like it for everyone else because they just got whooped twice in a row.
Right.
But they
don't have ultimates for the next battle.
When you do that as a mercy, yeah, it's like that's a net win for people. A lot of people don't understand that fact.
A lot of people tell me, oh, solo reses are the worst thing that you can do as a mercy. That's actually not true. If you have a single tank, say it's a Reinhardt in Hanamura first point, you're gonna need him. So if your only Reinhardt goes down, you need to res him, because if he goes down, the enemy team can easily push in and get the first point. So solo reses are also very important. If you have only one DPS or one tank, hopefully not what you should have, but if it is the case, you have to solo res them. Other thing, prioritize other healers because they're the ones that are going to help you heal. Not saying that. But do prioritize your other healers because they're important too.
It's a lot of knowledge, man. I feel bad for whoever's next on the show to interview, because between you and Tinkerbell, they got a lot they gotta say. They got a lot to live up to you. But I really want to know, like, just for this could be anything, whether it's personality, whether it's mechanical, but what's a tip for every player of Overwatch, because not everybody's gonna play Mercy, not everybody's watching the video to play Mercy, but what is your tip from you to everyone, for everyone?
Honestly, listening to your teammates, because for me, when I say that I need help against this Tracer that's constantly trying to go out with me, go ahead and listen to what I have to say and help me a little bit. Not only just listen, but also communicate with your team, do your call outs and listen.
So communication and listening, not just hearing Mercy say, "Oh, I died," and you'd be like, "Where's our res at?" Like people like that, right? Yeah. I know you get that. I know you get that.
That's so frustrating too.
So you guys listen to your comms. I like that.
Yeah.
That's very good. So I want to say I appreciate you. I love you, Rude. You know that. I love you, girl. I'm glad you came on.
Hey.
Yeah, this girl, me and Rude, we go together like PB and J. All right, so we're a very good combo. But
we are.
I really appreciate you for coming on. You want to plug yourself anymore? You have any final things you want to say?
No, just thank you. I mean, I don't know. I feel so happy right now. I just want to go kill some stuff on Overwatch right now. Go shoot on some mercies.
Oh, all right. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys for coming on and watching the interview. I hope you guys like, subscribe, and share this video to any Mercy mains that you might like, or any support mains, especially the DPS mains. I think give it to your DPS best friend, man. And even if you're new to Overwatch, check this stuff out. I also got one for Diva I just had last week. Check that out also. And other than that, I'll talk to you guys later. This has been your Presidentq, and we out.
Oh, let's break it.